everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a long fortnight of anticipation. The kickoff of Super Bowl 51 is just about upon us. For these players and coaches, it's the culmination of a lifetime of dreams. Which team will lift the Lombardi Trophy? We're about to find out. It's the Patriots going up against the Vikings. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Brandon Guyton alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And taking the field tonight for the record 7th time in a Super Bowl, Tom Brady.
He desperately wanted to get to Super Bowl 50, didn't he? I mean, he grew up in Redwood City, and that wasn't terribly far from Santa Clara where that Super Bowl was held. But he doesn't care right now. He's in another one. Was this his 7th?
7th. Isn't that just hard to believe? Unbelievable.
And he has a chance to get a second Super Bowl title in the same city. He did it once before in Houston against Carolina.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires to Edelman, complete on the comebacker. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Carry for LeGarrette Blount. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
They'll run again with Blount. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Then he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
The reason that counter and misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction it starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And
he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Can you believe it? It's a Super Bowl 49 hero, Malcolm Butler.
Let's face it, we're all going to remember Malcolm Butler from the Super Bowl, the interception that reverberates, the one that denied Seattle back-to-back Super Bowl titles. But he's become a very talented, good player in the league. He's not going to just be remembered for one play.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football that comes into play, how do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Brady gives now to Blunt. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
2nd down following the run. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now we're going to get our first peek at the rookie.
And this ought to be fun because he has proven himself to be the #1 quarterback for this team coming out of camp. Now let's see what type of game plan they put with him to give him some confidence early.
And how do you do that, Charles? How do you alter the game plan for this guy versus a Brady or a Manning?
I think that you play to his strengths and even lean on what he did well in college to get him comfortable early, some familiarity, whether it's short throws, deep throws, quarterback runs. What are the things that give him confidence? Get those into the game plan right out of the gate. I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
They'll look to throw now on first down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Barkevious Mingo in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Barkevious Mingo in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he's brought down after a good game.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 2 Patriots there to bring him down. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, as he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
From the red zone now, they'll look, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell from 13 yards out, and the Vikings have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Again, here's Blunt. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with a draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. To throw is Brady. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decide they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And complete on the right side to Bennett. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And some room to work. Touchdown, Vikings. 95 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. In the first half-century of Super Bowls, no one had ever returned a punt for a touchdown. There's our first one.
Did you say first half-century? Is that 50 games worth?
Yeah, now we're on 51, my friend.
That's absolutely phenomenal, and you know how big a play a kick return, punt return, touchdown is. The momentum just really jumps for the team that puts it in the end zone.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field, essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone, and that's exactly what they accomplished.
And they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? They'll begin here with Blount. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Screen pass to Blount. Room here to run. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is if they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defenses, 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. Then you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Caught, left side, Bennett. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Still 3rd down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, the Vikings will call on their punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. Edelman set to return. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Patriots. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Brady now on 1st down. And caught. This is Bennett, the tight end. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Brady now to throw. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 42 yards. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now it's Patterson. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 yards there, and it'll give the Vikings a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw now on first down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now a first down following that long gain. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Treadwell. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Given 27 yards that time. And the Vikings are going to have it now, 1st and goal. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now a carry for Blunt. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached intermission in what has been a back-and-forth Super Bowl 51 from Houston. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. First and 10, Treadwell's the target here, and they cap off the drive with the score. They're now on top by 4. Allen's punting it away. Patterson's going to get a shot here. He gone as he sprints into the end zone. Vikings go up by 11. Now 1st and 10. Bennett's got the catch here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 43-yard line. Continuing on the drive, Brady's got the completion out of the gun. And this long run goes for a touchdown. The Pats behind now by just 1. The Vikings lined up at the 10. Treadwell's able to get open here, and this play goes for a score, which takes the lead to 8. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. The second half of Super Bowl 51 still to come as we rejoin Brandon and Charles in Houston.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, what a move. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Brady to throw on second down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Audie Cole coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact.
review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game, they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Minnesota.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Forbath to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a Vikings score. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On second down, here's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
And now a first down following that long gain. From the gun, it's Brady. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target. And it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come up in an offset eye. Offense looks to punch it in here from the one on second and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, two-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come out here in the eye. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. One quarter remains in Super Bowl 51. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now. Blue line.
They'll run with Peterson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They come up in an offset eye. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Here's Peterson on 3rd and goal. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs from 10 yards out. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now Forbath for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. Yeah.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Eight yards still remaining here on 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's Peterson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. 2 Patriots there to bring him down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Brady. And right side caught Hogan. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Blunt, the lone running back. Brady now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Brady now on first down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. A little under 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to crown a champion after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Brady throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Brady. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady to the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. The reception good for 7. It's third down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he's got Bennett. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Martellus Bennett, 28 yards. And the Patriots get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now Peterson. And he'll be taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run. They give it to Peterson. And they'll bring him down. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now a run with Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.